Well, good morning, Nomads. How you doing? You got Bruce, a.k.a. The Weather Soul, here on the morning drive. How you guys doing this morning? It's a Wednesday morning. I got the day right. It's Wednesday morning. And I am in the fog. Literally and mindfully. But, I came out this morning and I started up the car and everything, and it was a nice little fog bank that we got rolling through here in Gilroy, California. It just reminds me that it's November. We usually get a lot of fog in November, December, those kind of murky, I call them milky, murky mornings. And that's what we got here in Gilroy today. And it just reminded me that, things sometimes can be foggy. Things can sometimes just be like you just don't know what's coming up ahead. And when you're driving through the fog, about what's behind you, what's in front of you, what's coming towards you, and things like that. Things are scary sometimes. I mean, we're living through some really scary times, and DJ and I are going to start talking about the inflation stuff on Thursday, tomorrow night's Weather Soul podcast. And we're going to be talking about old money. We're going to be talking about new money. We're going to be talking about the Illuminati and the Bilderberg meetings and inflation and the whole thing. This whole era that we've had in the last 2 years has just been scary. I mean, to me, I think we're in a fog. I don't know anybody who thinks that we're in clear waters, that we know what's going to come out on the other side. People are divided about what we should do and what we shouldn't do, and I'm pretty solid in what I know that I should do, but I'm not really clear about what's going on the other side. I know where we came from, but where are we going? And it's an interesting concept to think about, and one of the concepts that we need to think about every day when no matter what you're doing in life. So I mean, all I can say and all I can do is for encouragement on that is just to make sure that you be careful. I mean, there's being careful to the point where, that, oh my gosh, we've got a little accident up here. This is not good. Looks like we have a little accident up there on the road. I don't know if somebody went off the road or what, but anyway, pray that they're okay. At any rate, you just never know. Of course, we just passed an accident, and who knows what's going on there. It's a foggy morning. I'm sure the police officers that are investigating are looking at the surroundings and stuff like that. But we don't know what's going on the other side, man. It's a scary situation, and just make sure that when you're navigating the foggy times, whether they be in your mind, whether they be physical in front of you, whether you're just kind of running through business or running through your life and you just kind of don't know where you're going. It's just like, this is the times that you need to be careful, and you need to be careful and listen and think and see and hear, all those things that you need to do. You need to use all your senses to get around, because there's people in that fog that will take advantage of you. Ask questions, and get answers, get good answers. And once you get a good answer, go research that good answer and make sure that you're making the correct decision. Because there's just, like I said, there's just so many things that we can't answer right now. We're going through this inflation thing. What is causing this inflation? Am I causing this inflation? Is somebody else causing this inflation? Are we all causing this inflation? Is it the supply chain? Is it the supply and demand? Is it everything in general? Is it greed? Is it lack of apathy? There's all kinds of things. In your family, we got the holidays coming up, and some of you are walking lockstep with the government, so you don't know, so you're going to be doing what you're going to do because that's what the government tells you to do, and I'm going to be doing what I'm doing because I don't really care about what government tells me to do. I'm going to do what the hell I want to do, and if you want to join me in it, that's fine. You can be there. So many things can go wrong. So many things that are not concrete and final, and we got to find our way through the fog. So the best way to do that, like I said, is you go ahead and you find yourself a waypoint. Find yourself like this car in front of me who's got his lights on. I can see his lights. I can follow him. I can follow him at a safe distance, and I can brake if I need to brake. And if I see some other lights coming out towards me, I can discern whether or not they're going to come in and they're going to hit me. I mean, that's basically the only analogy that I can put on these foggy days that we're going through. And when you're driving through the fog, that's kind of what I do, is storytell, as I go into work. But I appreciate you guys coming here today, listening to the morning drive. If you like the content that I'm giving out, then hit that share button, hit that like button, and subscribe to the podcast. I've been trying to keep up on the Anchor.fm audio podcast portion. You guys are responding. I really thank God, and thank you for doing that. And tomorrow night is the Weather Soul podcast, and I will not every time that I do a podcast, I will not typically post the audio portion that day as far as the morning drive. So you'll get the Weather Soul podcast tomorrow. But anyway, I want to thank you guys. Have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow.